ladies and gentlemen, aviation fans, and people who just randomly clicked on this video, welcome! Today we have a story that is part aviation, part comedy, and 100% Boeing. Yes, folks, it's happening. Lufthansa is finally getting its first Boeing 777X, but there's a small catch. The fuselage? Oh, just a cool 7 years old. That's right, older than some of your annoying little cousins. Now, before we dive in, let's take a second to appreciate just how long this plane has been in the making. The 777X program was announced in 2013. Yes, 2013. That was when people still used Vine, and the ice bucket challenge was a thing. And guess what? Boeing was like, we'll have it ready by 2020. Oh, how innocent we all were back then. Fast forward to today, and here we are, finally about to see the first delivery. Except that delivery includes a fuselage that was built when the world still thought the 737 MAX was safe. Boeing, being the master of surprise delays, has somehow managed to turn an aircraft project into an episode of Game of Thrones. Full of betrayals, unexpected twists, and an ending nobody saw coming. Now, let's talk about Lufthansa. Lufthansa, the airline that always tries to keep things classy. They were the first to order the 777X and, unfortunately, the first to suffer from Boeing's extremely relaxed approach to deadlines. In fact, Lufthansa is officially the launch customer of the Boeing 777X. At this point, Lufthansa's CEO must be feeling like someone who ordered a pizza in 2017 and is just now getting a call saying, hey, we're on the way. But the dough was made 7 years ago. Hope that's okay. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, how does a fuselage even end up sitting around for 7 years? Was it marinated like fine wine? Aged like a luxury cheese? Nope, it was just chilling in Boeing's factory, probably wondering, will I ever get to fly? Or will I just become an expensive garden ornament? And here's the proof that Boeing does this. Remember back in 2019 when a photo surfaced of a Boeing 777X fuselage painted in Emirates livery? Everyone thought, oh wow, Emirates will get their plane soon. But here we are, years later, and Emirates still doesn't have a single 777X in its fleet. That aircraft was just sitting there, waiting, gathering dust, looking at newer planes rolling out while it questioned its own existence. So, if Lufthansa's getting a 7-year-old fuselage and Emirates already had planes painted years ago but never received them, what does that tell us? Boeing isn't just delaying planes. They're delivering old planes that have been waiting around longer than some people's careers. But Lufthansa, being the committed customer that they are, is sticking with Boeing through thick and thin. And by thin, I mean extreme patience and countless delays. You know it's bad when Airbus executives are probably sitting back with popcorn, watching Boeing struggle, saying, this is better than Netflix. Now, let's be fair for a second. Boeing didn't plan for this to happen. They didn't wake up one day and say, you know what? Let's make Lufthansa's new plane out of parts that have been sitting in the garage since 2018. The real issue was the FAA certification delays, supply chain chaos, and, well, Boeing just being Boeing. But hey, who cares about tiny details like that? Let's focus on the big picture. Lufthansa will finally get their 777X. Whether they wanted this version of it or not is another story. But let's not be too negative. After all, it's still the mighty 777X. It's got massive folding wingtips. Perfect for when the airport gate says, hey, your wings are too big, and the plane just folds them up like, no worries, I got this. It's got G9X engines, the biggest and most powerful commercial jet engines in the world, probably loud enough to wake up the entire city when it takes off. And of course, it's got Lufthansa's legendary service where the flight attendants will smile at you, but you just know they're secretly judging you for asking for extra snacks. So what's the takeaway from all this? Simple. Lufthansa is getting a Boeing 777X with a well-seasoned fuselage, and honestly, at this point, they're probably just happy to finally get the aircraft before it becomes part of an aviation museum display. Meanwhile, Boeing will keep pretending that 7-year-old fuselages are totally normal, and we, the aviation fans, will continue watching this comedy unfold. And with that, my friends, it's time to wrap up. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Shanko Plane News, because let's be real, we're gonna have plenty more aviation drama to talk about in the future. Until then, keep flying high, hopefully in planes that aren't 7 years old before their first flight. See you again. Thank you.